Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and in this video we are going to be fitting a ladder to the back doors, so that's why this bit isn't vapor powered and that bit down there isn't. But before I do that, I'd just like to, as you may be able to hear, I have a diesel heater in the background. So I'll just jump forward to the first time I booted it up at night and I filmed it, and then I'll be back to show you how I wired it in. Unboxing of the diesel heater, and it's been stuff already. You have to go through the tape, not the card below. Yes, I know, I'm going. And then...
Got it. That bit of bloody tape is in the freaking way.
Oh yeah, the one staying across the crate.
Why are you doing this to me?
And there's a diesel tank.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's going to fit in a seat. I have yet to see. Ideally, I want.
You're not sure if it'll seat in a fit?
I want it to go where Iowyn is sitting. There, so you can open the slide.
Wait, I've got it.
Fill up your diesel from here, and then you can move across, open the sliding door, and open.
I've worked out the perfect way to put it in.
Mount it to the face.
Mount it to the face.
Here's the plate that it comes with.
Then you've got your instructions, which nobody uses.
Which no, they do come in. Apparently, according to James, they're all right. The neighbour, by the way. But like I said, I've already installed one. No,
hang on a minute.
You need to wait. This one's the bits, so let's open the bits first and then the diesel heater. A lot of people think it's the other way around, but here's the bits. There we go.
That looks like I could.
We got two bits of conduit, because what I want to do is I want to have one going into the garage and one coming into the main area.
Oh my god, look. I'm an alien.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
I can probably hear you better because the microphone's facing you, so you've got the advantage here.
Ooh. That box will come out, so you can take that whole thing out.
And then here is the heater itself.
The beautiful heater. What have I gone French? Bonjour le heater.
We've got the controller with the remote. Hopefully the remote is paired, because sometimes they're not.
Hang on a minute, why is that bubble wrap so weird?
Actually, that's true. Let's take it out. Yeah. Heavy? Right, I'm going to leave you now and we'll come back to tomorrow when I'm installing it, sadly. When we'll not be here.
No, I will not. Sad times.
So, hello everyone, quick update on the heater, because I'm going to combine this with the ladder video, and the ladder hasn't been on yet. So this is seeing you from the past, but I want to see how interested it is. So at the moment it's pretty cold. We've hit the first, this morning was the first frost. Everyone's posted it all over their Instagram, but because we're down by the canal, it's really cold still. So that says well, it was 3.8 and 1.3, but I think as one heats up the other heats up. But yeah, it's already getting warmer in here. That said 6 before. I've literally just clicked it on, and the heater is going. As you can hear, it's going well away. I've got my little power down here saying 12.3, so not very high. I do like to keep it on H1 because then that's the lowest fan speed and it doesn't draw much power. But yeah, this is already kicking out a lot of heat, and I'm going to put the little curtain I had in the studio up here. I'm just going to do that now. Sorry it's very dark, but yeah, just to keep some of the heat because it's just glass over there. I think that'll make a very, very large difference. And then my bed is down here at the moment. But yeah, you'll see that we'll go back to the ladder video now after this diesel heater installment. So yeah, it's very effective, as I'm sure many of you already know. But yeah, so it's been going all morning, about an hour and a half now, and it's lovely and warm. It's about, I don't know, probably about 17 degrees in here. But basically what I did, so I drilled up from the wheel arch to know where the diesel heater would sit, and obviously there's like a middle beam there, and then there's a beam the other side of the wheel arch, so I kind of went in the middle of it, which turned out to be there, which is fine, because there's going to be kitchen here, and it's going to wind round to there, and then I'm going to have a T-piece to there, because this one came with a T-piece. And I've got the display currently just temporary screwed into that beam there, but it will be going on the wall, dividing the kitchen and the bed right there. So what I did is I drilled 2 big holes there, so it would fit like the hose clips and all that for the pipes, and then I drilled the perfect size for the inlet, the exhaust and the fuel line in the floor, so there wasn't such a gaping hole in the floor, which I will go under and show you in a minute. And then we screwed this down, And then I worked out where the intake's going to go, screwed that in, worked out where the exhaust was going to go, which was just popping out past the wheel over there. And then the fuel line went along a rib across here and up, and then it coming through here, because I'm going to have a bench seat out here and it'll be screwed to that. But currently it's just sitting there very precariously. But don't worry, it's all okay. And then same with the wire. I think you're supposed to thread through that like extra hole. And then I worked that out. I was like, oh yeah, that's probably for the pump wire, because the pump's mounted under the van, and so is the fuel filter. They're all about here-ish, just before it pops up through the floor. So I was like, oh, that's probably where it goes. You put the connector through, you slide it aside, and then you put the inlet hook. But I forgot, so I had to drill another hole down there, as you can see. And I just filled it in with like vapor barrier and stuff. But yeah, that's all good. And then I've currently just got it hooked up so I can direction it a bit. But often I have my bed here, but today's plan is to get the ladder on, get the cladding on, which will be probably the previous video, and then get the bed frame in, possibly, if not tomorrow morning. But yeah, so I'm going to go under the van, show you how I finished installing the diesel heater, and then we'll move on to the ladder. So I've just turned the diesel heater off, so you may hear it still whirring away, but as you can see, we're under the van. This is the mount for the leaf spring, which I bashed my head on multiple times because it's in exactly the wrong place. The air intake is there towards the front of the wheel. As you can see, the fuel line and that lot goes over there, and then you can see the pump just there, and then there's the in the other side of that rib, in the center of the frame now, there is the fuel filter, that's the name. And then coincidentally, where I drilled down, because like I said, I wanted it in a specific place in the floor, because there's going to be a bench seat, it happened to be right in the middle of that rib, but I managed to thread it through one of the holes in the rib. So all is good. And then, as you can see, the exhaust goes that way to the other side of the wheel, which I shall show you, but it's making a lot of racket now. So you can just about see the exhaust from here in between the back of the wheel. There's the back of the van. But yeah, there it is, just poking through. If I stick you under, you can see it there. But yeah, so it keeps nice and toasty. And there's the van now, and currently got a solar panel on the top. But yeah, the sunrise is over there, so until it gets to like probably about 10 o'clock, I'm not going to get any sun. It is currently 7:38, so let's get started on this ladder. So the ladder I speak of is this one here. Most people pay about £100 for a ladder that mounts to the back of a van, which for some reason, normally I'm not spending that, but for some reason I was like, I'm willing to spend that. And then my dad said, £100 for a ladder, surely you could find something else. So then I went and just looked for a ladder on Facebook Marketplace, and this 12-foot one came up for a tenner, literally down the road from us, 10 minutes down the road. So I was like, let's get that. So I bought it, cut it in half, so now it's going to fit on the back. It's got two brackets down there, which I am going to utilise. You've got that and that there, and they're going to sit at the bottom where I've kind of scratched the paint off, but no worries because I'm painting the van. And then I brought these ones from Wix, these little brackets. They're going to mount to the side wherever there's not a rib. They kind of sit nicely here, but I fear that's exactly where the rib is, because they want to fit through that hole where it's not vapor barrier, which may just be that top section. So I may have to raise it, but that's no problem at all. And then by the end of this morning, I should be able to climb up this back door along with the wheel, which if you haven't seen that video, you can go check up here. But yeah, what I have to make sure is the ladder, like the side of the ladder, goes here, because the handle is useless, but you never know, you might want to just, if the door doesn't open properly, because it does unlock, I'll show you. So these deadlocks are the kind of deadlocks that do the replace the handle, so the handle does nothing, because the van's unlocked currently. So if you do that, watch there, it pops. So you could grab there, but I think it would be nicer to grab there, but you only do that anyway. So even if you just did that, so I just want to make sure like the ladder comes quite close to there, but you can still get the keys in, obviously, because that's the most important part. Well yeah, ladder is going to be mounted here. Annoying I don't have another person to hold it while I work out where the bracket goes, but that's it. Anyway, there's inside. Keep it nice and toasty in there. I should probably look where the bracket is, but yeah, I'm going to set you up on a little time lapse for now, and when I get to the painting and drilling the holes, I'll do a little montage. But while I'm trying to work out where the brackets are supposed to go, too much. Anyway, too much rambling. I shall see you once I've worked out where it's going. So guys, as you just saw, what I just did was I put it up there, held the bracket in, held it in place with my hand, and then moved it, and then put the pencil mark in, then did the same for the other side. Now I've just drilled one so they can still move, and I'm using M8, I believe, M8 bolts. There's going to be 2 in there, 2 in the other side, and then there's going to be a few shorter ones going through there and into some 18mm ply, which is left over from the wheel carrier from mine and my mum's van. There's 2 strips left over, which should be perfect for going across to spread the weight out. But yeah, so these ones are going to be drilled out with M8 too. They're going to have those bolts going through, then through the 18mm ply. So yeah, but next I just need to put it back up and keep the brackets in the correct angle, and then drill through the other holes. I'll do that on both sides, and then I'll be ready to drill through the skin of the van and put the ply in and drill through that as well. So now I'm going to drill through that. So montage time. Okay guys, if you're wondering, yes, it's going to be painted. It's going to be painted black. I've got the paint just there. But to line up all the holes, I thought I'd best mark out the top 2 holes, drill them, bolt them in, and then while they're bolted in, work out where the bottom's going, drill them, and then bolt it in. And then I'm going to take it off, red oxide the holes, and paint the ladder. But so far, the bottom actually isn't attached. So yeah, the bolts are in there. Well, I haven't got the sheet of ply. I'm using the 18mm ply offcut from the wheels because it was a rectangle, so we cut them into squares so you can find the middle. But yeah, we here, literally perfect for covering both of them. So yeah, so no cutting needed at all. I need to put that in the bottom one yet, but I'm so excited. I want to go for it. Sorry if I was a bit quiet in the first. The microphone was the other way around. Ready? Let's shut the door. Hey, trees in the way up here, but for the most part, as a ladder, it works. I need to also file off the ends, which I ground because I said it was 12 foot long. I may use the other half on my final van. There we go, made it up. This is the test. Let's hope it doesn't fall off. Like I say, these trees are really annoying. It's just one tree actually, but you know. It's actually really solid. Now I trust it, actually. I was really sceptical just then. I was doing it really carefully. But I'm wobbling that. And it's not moving at all. Not even the metal's flexing. I mean, the bottom might be, because like I said, it's not actually bolted in. But the top's fully done, and that's sturdy, I tell you. There you go, ladder on before anyone else wakes up round here. Yeah, it's good. And I've made sure, right, if I took you down right there, so if the handle ever gets fixed, which I doubt it will, not by me at least, you can still use it. I've just about made enough room. You can't get your hand down that side, but you can get your hand that side and you can get your fingers that side. So it still works, but the main priority was to make sure the key goes in the hole here, like that. So you can put that in and open the door. It will rattle a bit because it's like an old rattly ladder, but once it's all painted and stuff, it'll look great. The paint I'm using, it's aluminium, so I'm not going to paint it with hammerite because that's expensive. That's like £13 a can in wicks, whereas these are 8 or even £7.50 I think. But yeah, this is matte spray paint, because matte black, why not? But yeah, it's just like, it's called Plasticoat. I'm not sure if it's similar to that Plasti-Dip stuff. It doesn't seem it, because we used it on the front grille of my mum's van, and the rear step you get on Ivecos, not the outside one. Like, there's a thing that covers all the latches and stuff. We used it on that because it was really grey and it was scuffed up, so we give it a quick sand and spray with this. But yeah, it looks really nice. It's matte black. So I'll spray the ladder with it. That's why I need to take it off again. Red oxide the holes, and then when I put it back on, I need to obviously seal the holes, because currently it's just put on and water would get in. But yeah, I'm going to quickly make sure, drill the holes in this piece of wood so it fits in the bottom, and then we should all be good. Sun's just peeking through, so by the time I'll be done, the sun will be out. So, hello everyone, I have just started editing this video and reached a point and then realised, hang on, I never finished it off. So, very sorry there. My friend came that day and I painted it and then just re-put it back on in the holes, and then we insulated and vapor barred, and then that was that, and I totally forgot about filming it. I'm very sorry there. But basically just used some white Sikaflex, which was kind of annoying actually, because I used black on the white skylight up there and white on the black ladder down here. Kind of did that the wrong way around, because you can, but I just went over with a bit of spray paint around the ceiling. It got a bit on the van, but like I say, I'm not worried, because the van will be repainted because of the state of the paintwork, as you can clearly see. But yeah, it looks very nice. It's very functional. Like I say, it works great. The handle, you can still pull a handle if the handle ever gets fixed. Otherwise, the key is in the perfect place, you use it all the time. But yeah, other than that, it works really well. It looks very smart with the ladder. If you just step back, it looks nice. Perfectly functional. Right size. Can even go up one-handed. Done it multiple times. There's the solar panels. There's my little skylight up there. So yeah, this is quite a bit later. I'm not going to show you the inside, but it's just after I've shot the update video, which I'll put the card up here so you guys can see my update video. But yeah, so that's what I've done. I cleaned part of the roof, as you can see, but not that bit, because I didn't need to, and it was raining that day and cold. I will clean it before I put the solar panel and roof rack on, but now's not the time. It's windy, cold, been raining lately. Today's been alright. But yeah, so very sorry about me forgetting to film that. I'll try not to do that with many more videos. I am constantly forgetting to film parts and just going ahead and building them and forgetting. But from now on, I'm going to try my hardest to make sure I film everything and in as detailed as possible, so you guys can follow along nicely. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this video. Hit the like button, drop a comment down below if you haven't, feedback, whatever you want to drop. Have a conversation with me. I love talking to all of you, my audience. And if you're not subscribed, please do be part of the community and hit the bell icon so you know when I upload. I'll see you next week.